Here are some of the weirdest bases I've made in 99 Nights in the Forest. Starting out with a base I made all the way in the winter biome. Then a base I made with people I found in a random lobby that actually ended up being pretty cool. And lastly, a honeycomb base I built to try and trick the cultists from getting into my base, and it kinda worked. Today, I'm gonna be building a winter base in 99 Nights in the Forest. Obviously, some things I will have to build within my campfire area here, but we are gonna go out into the winter and build our very own base that we're gonna try to survive a little bit from. All right, got the fire level to 3. We got the map, but for now, I think what I'm gonna do is go down to the winter biome and just look for fuel right now, because we want to get our fire to the max level to find the best possible location for a base. Right now, there's not too much out here, so maybe we should loot in the normal area, and then later we can come back here. Right now, I'm gonna be looking for a bunny foot. That way, when the penetrator comes by, we'll be able to get a good sack, because we're gonna need that. And then after that, we'll need 2 more for some earmuffs, and we should be good to start exploring a lot more of the winter biome. Oh, there we go. Already got one right here. So instead, I can save my bunny feet for the earmuffs. Just got a bunch of food and a second bunny foot, so now we're good to make the earmuffs, but I do also want to level up the fire once. So now we're gonna go look for some fuel, and then the rest of the fuel we should be able to just find in the ice biome. There we go. Got a spear. That'll actually help a lot for getting the Arctic fox pelts. That way we can get the much better hat and survive out there a lot longer, because the earmuffs, although they do a bit, they don't do too much. There we go. We got the fire level 4. We also have a decent bit of wooden scrap, so we're gonna upgrade the crafting bench 1. The farm plots also will be necessary for our base, because we're gonna need food. So now let's go out there and get some more fuel. That way we can get our base going pretty quickly. I also do need to bring the bunny ears with me though, or the bunny feet, just so that we can get the hat. All right, put this in here. There we go. Now we just need to find fuel and not polar bears. Kind of risky being out here at nighttime, but I do think we'll have enough sprint to run away, especially with the map. Okay, maybe I forgot about the deer a little bit, just a bit. I gotta find somewhere to hide. Right here is good. Perfect spot. Eat the cake. Okay, this is interesting. We have the alien ships coming down, so maybe I'll be able to get some stuff from there. A laser fence might be good, but I'm not sure if you can place that outside of where your base is. Furniture traders here today. I'm wondering if you can place furniture outside of the base. I'm gonna try to get a trellis, see if you can do that. Okay, I don't think you can. So it looks like we're gonna have to skip out on furniture for today's base, but it was nice serving with you while I could, my good sir. All right, let's see if we can get a fire level 5 with this. There we go. So now we have 1 fox pelt. I'm just gonna go put that into the warm clothing store already, so that way if we get some more, we can just bring them over there without having to group them up. And we should be good enough to get fuel now that we have a lot of the map. And we should be good enough to get fuel now that we have a lot of the map access. We also got the ice temple over here. Gonna be careful not to go in there for right now, especially not to get the treasure in the center, otherwise I'd pretty much die. But here's what it's interesting. We do have what seems to be the laboratory, or I'm not exactly sure what to call it, but it does protect us and we can get up on top of the shelf, which would protect us pretty much every night, because I don't think that the wolves will be able to jump up to the top of these shelves. Also got some armor, so that's good. We can also open this chest. Got a revolver, not bad. But now I do want to get some fuel. Can also try to get some pellet at the same time. I think I do need to head back to the base though. My hunger is getting really low, and we do have a raid going on. This rifle is very nice though. I will take that. All right, I am running really low on food, so I think what I'm going to do for right now is build all my farm plots near the winter biome, and then we can also get the hammer here, which will give us the ability to move it whenever we need to. All right, we got the scrap right here with the microwave. Got to build the anvil, and then we need just 5 wood. All right, we got the wood and the scrap, so we can get the hammer. Might not need to use my farm plots just yet. I did find some other food, but it will still be nice to have the hammer just in case we need to move anything. All right, this is not good. Maybe I need to cut the corner really sharp and you'll fall through. Shorter. There we go. Okay, we're good. I'm not too worried about the wolf, but the deer, yeah, I don't want them up here. No way. Oh, there we go. Got the giant sack already. That's gonna be a huge help. I'm gonna try to get some food so that we can cook in the campfire, but we are very close to getting our max level fire, and when we finally have that, we're good to build our base. I'm also gonna build some things for right now. Do want the sundial and the compass. That'll help us a lot with being able to know where the kids are. Actually, you know what? I don't even think we're gonna get the kids, so that was a little waste. I also need to figure out what things can be crafted outside of the base. I know farm plots and the oil drill can be crafted. We can also plant trees for a wall, but we'll see what happens. You know what? I might actually use a building for my base and then put trees around that building, because that way we have our base inside of the trees and it is able to keep us warm and also protect us from any animals or even the deer. That's probably going to be a really smart idea. For now though, I do want to get that fire to max level. All right, this should be enough. There we go. Fire is fully upgraded. Now we can really go explore down in the winter biome. We'll hopefully get the Arctic Fox pelt that we need soon, and then we're really gonna be good. But I do want to start building our base soon. I just want to get some food first. We also do have the aliens here, so I'm gonna see if I can get a defensive blueprint. Did get a laser sword. Now that's interesting. The aliens aren't seeable on the map anymore, so I think you have to keep going and explore for them, or watch really closely where they fall in the beginning. But now I have enough hunger, so let's go see where we can make our base. We have a ton of foxes right here. I only need 2 pelts as well. There are a ton of them right here. There's an absolute massive pack of them. This is a 1% chance rare find on National Geographic. Why is that one sideways? I forgot about the sprint thing. Oh, that's not good. That is very not good. Try to get them stuck on the tree. There is a house right here, but they're getting closer, and there's a polar bear. That's a good game. Yep, and the deer. All right, we're inviting the whole family over to murder me today. Well, that sucks. Definitely reviving though. All right, I'm not exactly sure where I died, but I didn't lose too much. We do have the deer chasing us, but we only have 20 seconds left. Oh, there we go. Got him stuck in there. That's good. Well, another way to trap the deer. But now I'm gonna go see if I can get the fox pelt that I need. I am also about to run out. I'm gonna get in this house. Can also get this chest. Got an ice axe. That'll be helpful for getting chests around here. There we go. We got one. Now I just need one more. Still curious what the mammoths are gonna be able to do in the next part of the update. You've got to be kidding me. That is the worst timing on planet Earth. Okay, I got him stuck. I got him stuck for a second. Now there's another one. There's another one. I really have to get better at this game. I've got to stop doing this. All right, it is hard with earmuffs, so I think I'm gonna focus all my efforts on getting the last fox pelt. I will have to go pick up the one that I just got as well, but then after that I should be a lot better. There we go. We got the pelt. Eat a little bit of raw meat just for hunger, and now I gotta go find my stuff, and we should be good. Let's see. Not seeing it. I think that might be it though. Polar bear is not chasing me anymore. Gonna get in here as fast as possible. There we go. Only took 1 hit. That's good. Now we'll get to make our warm clothing, and then we should be good to start making the base now. It's been a very rough ride, which does make sense for the winter biome, but I don't want it to be this hard for the entire way through. So we're gonna make this and we should be good. All right, pick up all this stuff. We got our hat. Now I do have to go deal with a raid really quick, but then we're definitely good to start making our base. All right, raid complete. Got enough food. So now let's go find the spot for our base. I do want to find something that'll be nice to stay in. So this bell tower, although it is kind of cool, it won't give us any warmth, but this place right here next to the temple will give us some warmth and some shelves to stay alive, but it is a little bit big. There is one house that I do have in mind though that I do want to go find, and that should be where we make our base. There we go. I think I see it right here. So this is what I want. We have the inner house right here. Pretty nice, gives us warmth, but then there's also this side section right here that we can get on top of as a protection from any wolves that might spawn inside of the house, giving us the ability to survive here all on our own without the campfire. Also got some snowballs. So let's see, how is this base gonna look like from the outside? I'm wondering maybe we could find a better one, because I do like this house, but if we can find one without another one right next to it, I think that'd be slightly better. But because it's nighttime, let's try this shelf out and see what happens. All right, been pretty much the whole night, only 4 seconds left, and I don't even think any wolves spawned in here, so this is pretty good. So let's see if we can find this house but in a different location. Real estate prices might go up, but I'm willing to pay the cost. It's always about an investment, you know. You always want that 17% APR. I'm not sure what APR is, but I'm trying to hit 100%, and that way my finances should be good enough to buy at least a Happy Meal. But so far I'm not finding another house just like that one, but because not even one wolf spawned, I am curious, can I just be in this house and stay safe? Because this would be a nice cozy little house, wouldn't be too big, build a base around it, build some nice farms. I think that'd be pretty good. So let's remember the location of right here. It's at the bottom left. I'm gonna go back to the base. I am pretty hungry right now, so I'm gonna eat some raw meat real quick. But as for our farm plots, I'm gonna start planting these. Gonna plant them off to the side right here, and that'll give us hopefully a stable enough food source for the rest of our run, but we'll see. It is gonna be a little bit difficult though with how far we have to go to craft stuff, so we'll probably do that in runs. But then again, you do have to loot in the same way, so it might not be that bad. I also do need enough fuel to keep the fire going. All right, we got a ton of fuel. Gonna put that all off to the side right here. We'll use our fuel canisters to just top this off a little bit. We have 172 scrap. That's kind of insane. So now I'm gonna start crafting things and see what we can place outside of the base. The beds, I'm assuming that you can only place within the base, so we're gonna see that. Yeah, okay, so the beds we're gonna have to place inside the base just to get our day counter up, but we won't be able to put that in the winter base. The bunny traps, so I know for a fact we can place these anywhere on the map, so we're gonna make a bunch of these. We can also make farm plots, so we're definitely gonna make those. We already have a few you out there anyway. As for the freezer, I'm wondering if you could place this anywhere as well. Doesn't seem like it though. Okay, so the freezer, we'll just drop this. We won't need it for now. I don't even think we'll need it for this run. Bear traps though, I do think you can place these anywhere. There we go. Okay, that's gonna be a big help to our base. Log walls, you can't place those anywhere. Shelves and wood rain storages, I'm not actually sure. Doesn't seem like it though. Okay, not the shelf. Maybe the wood rain storage. No, not that either. So it seems like so far we have bunny traps, farm plots, and bear traps. Maybe some of these can be placed as well. I know the lightning rods can be placed anywhere, so we'll see about all the other stuff. But for now, I'm gonna need a lot of wood for that. All right, so we have a bunch of wood right here. I'm gonna put the wood into the crafting bench, but the saplings, we're gonna bring those to the base for a wall. Not immediately for the wall, but we'll just keep planting them, keep replanting them, getting more and more and more until we're ready to place the wall, which should make the base look really nice. Especially with that log cabin in the center, I do think that this base is gonna look really cool. So let's pick up all these saplings. We can upgrade the crafting bench once and twice. So we're gonna see the crock pot. I don't believe you could place anywhere. I'm gonna drop our bear traps for now. Just need the room. Okay, cook pot you can't place anywhere, so we'll leave that here. The boost pad, I'm hoping you can place anywhere. No, it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, okay. It seems that the ones that can be placed anywhere always have the little text underneath it saying that radar. It looked cool, but I'm already out of wood. So I think I'm gonna go get some more. Or actually, you know what? We're gonna go back to the winter base and just get started on that, where we'll be able to get a ton of... Well, actually, I do need the wood in the crafting bench. So for right now, I am gonna place the saplings right here. But I still am gonna go out there so that we can start mining some trees and get some saplings there as well. What is interesting though is that the buildings seem to have little campfire symbols on them, which might mean that it gives the same protection as a campfire. And if that's true, that would help us a ton here. So here's the base, got our farm plots going. Let's see, does the deer stop chasing me? No, he does not. He's actually going insanely fast too. But we are safe for right now. Just seeing if any wolves spawn on us. Okay, a wolf did spawn on us. That's not very good. Maybe we can jump up here? Maybe. Just maybe. For right now, I'm not gonna say for sure that we're gonna stay here because I kind of don't want to fight wolves all the time. But maybe we should stay here anyway just because it is a really nice base. Guess we'll have to see. But our farm plots did grow and we got a lot of good stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick all this up, put it off to the side. That way we have a big food reserve and we should be good. This should be way more than enough. Gonna put the carrots right here, put the corn in the middle, and then the pumpkin off to the right. That way it looks nice and organized. Doesn't seem like these trees give you any saplings though. That is a huge problem because we're gonna need a lot of them in order to build our wall. So maybe it's a good thing I left all the saplings back there. We're gonna have to build up as many saplings as possible and then take multiple trips in order to get all of them over here. So let's stock up on some wood, try to get as many materials as we can, and that should make the base look better sooner. All right, we got a bunch of saplings right here. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna replant this a few times, maybe just a couple. That way it'll keep aggregating more and more saplings. And with that, we should have a decent amount to at least start our wall. But while we stock up saplings, we are gonna add more stuff to the base that aren't saplings. All right, we got just under 130 wood. Gonna replant these and then we're gonna go start building. Gonna grab my bear traps here. Gonna make one more farm plot so that we can make it even. Gonna make the radar, see if that'll work. Lightning rods, they do work. We can also make an infinite amount of them. So we're gonna make 2 for right now. Torches, I have no idea. Probably not though. Yeah, okay, it doesn't say it can be placed anywhere. I do know that the oil drill can be placed anywhere, so we're gonna get that and we'll bring that over to our base. The teleporter can also be put anywhere, and with the teleporter we can actually go to and from our base a lot faster. So maybe I should have instead used my coldest gem on that. But for now, we do have a lot of stuff, so let's go start building. All right, here we are. Got enough food to eat. Deer is coming, so we're gonna hide in here for a bit. And then we're gonna stay on top of this shelf to see if a wolf does spawn. We'll see if we're safe or not. Don't think we'll see. Oh wait, there we go. There's one. Okay, he did jump up and hit me, but maybe if I stay in the back corner we'll be safe. So we'll have to test that next time. Gonna sort out our food again. So let's see. We have our bear traps. I think we're gonna put those around the front right here. We can also pick them up just in case, but for right now we're gonna put them around the door. And then with that, we'll be able to jump over it, and the animals will most likely be either hurt really bad or killed. Now for the bunny trap. I'm wondering if the bunny trap can hurt the foxes or maybe even kill them. So let me see. We'll put one right here. See if he can hit it. All right, just go right across it like this. Okay, he walks right through it, so that won't work. But I do have another idea. Pick that up with the hammer. Since we're kind of close to the regular biome, there might be some bunny... I forgot what they're called, but they're these little hole things that bunnies spawn out of. I don't see any right now. The bunny traps might not be useful, but we can still put one right out here for looks, just to show that we are good hunters. We know how to put a stick up against the box. Takes quite a lot of skill to do that. But then for the lightning... What? Wait, I remember being able to place these anywhere. Did they change it? I think they might have changed it. That is interesting. Okay, so we'll have to put these inside of the base for right now. I That kind of sucks. I thought you'd be able to place these. All right, let's see how this works. We're in the back corner, and the wolf's still hitting me. Or not? Okay, he's hitting me every once in a while, but what I can do is this. And the deer's hungry. He activated every bear trap, too. All right, I'd rather face the... Why are you inside the... Okay, this might be a base, but it's not a very safe one. We're gonna have to figure out a game plan. All right, we're back to the base. We are getting raided, but I'm just gonna pick up my stuff for right now and place what we have so far. So the farm plot, we're gonna put that right here. Radar, can't place that, but the oil drill we can. This, I have no idea why it's placed anywhere on the map. Maybe it's because it's just so big you wouldn't want it inside your base, but that is good for us. It'll add a little bit more. For right now, let's put it off to the right side, and then the oil barrels should stack up against the side of the house. But I do really want to make that teleporter. That would help us a lot with getting the saplings over here. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the radar that we've built, place it down inside of the base or the campfire base, find where the stronghold is, get the cultist gems, and then we should be good to build our teleporters. All right, let's do this as quick as we can, get that teleporter going, and the base should be looking very, very nice. There we go. Got it done. We are inside of a tree, but we can still do this. Hoping for a chainsaw here. There we go. Okay. I don't know if I have voice commands or something, but I seem to always get the chainsaw when I ask for it, or at least most of the time. That will help us to get a ton of saplings though, especially since by the base there are a lot of trees right next to each other. Okay, here's something that is interesting. We have 24 scrap, but it takes 25 per teleporter, so I do need to go get more scrap, but then after that we should be good. All right, we're out at the very edge of the map, or we're getting close to it, so now we should be getting a lot of scrap, and with this we will get the teleporters and build this base pretty fast. I'm glad we thought of the teleporters idea, because without that I would have to make really long trips for these saplings. All right, this is more than enough scrap. I think it's double the scrap we need, so let's make these two teleporters. Place the first one right here. Gonna charge it just for now. Won't be able to use it yet. Then the second one we'll place back at the base, but for now I'm gonna chop down all these trees and plant these saplings. Not sure exactly how many we'll need. Maybe a couple hundred. Here's the thing though, we have a lot of scrap, but with it we can make the ammo crate, which might be able to place any... Okay, it's not placeable anywhere, so I'll have to put it here for right now, but it is good that we'll be able to get extra ammo, because we'll probably be needing that. All right, nighttime's coming. We're gonna head over to the base and place the teleporter down. We did get a lot more saplings as well, so we're just waiting on those to grow. All right, teleporter we'll put somewhere off to the right side. Oil barrel's already working nicely. Deer is not working nicely. I would really appreciate if you don't kill me, sir. Why is there a wolf already in here? Take a bandage, use a spear. I'm already really low. No way I just found. No way that works. I can get on top of the lantern. We are safe in this base. This is perfect. And the wolf even gets stuck on the fireplace down there. So we are doing really good now. We have the safe spot. We have food set up right here. Teleporter I'll want to put to the side, or maybe even to the back of the base. Actually, let's put it right here to the side. I do like the look of that. Oil drill can be back there for now. I'm gonna pick up these oil barrels, set them to the side, sort all of our food. Then we're gonna bring the oil back to the base, or at least the campfire. That way we'll have extra, and then we can start bringing over some saplings and planting our base. So far this is going really nicely. All right, back to the base. Put these oil barrels down. Got a bunch of trees to cut down as well. We'll start bringing some saplings over, and then that'll give us a better idea of how many we'll need. All right, we got 25, so we'll bring these over there. Let's start by putting our saplings out right here, and then we'll just keep putting them in little increments just like this. I might pick up some of those just so that we can have a door, but we are going to make it in a square shape. That way we can get exactly what we need. This will have to cut the corner right, and he's hungry. That is not good. Try to get on the light post as fast. Are you inside the base? Don't. I'm dead. Wait. Don't come outside the... All right, we're almost done anyway. Let's see. Just gonna get some saplings for tonight. Not gonna go outside the base just yet. All right, I got 25 more saplings. Gonna use the teleporter again, which is pretty nice because we can just get back to our base really fast, but I do need to be careful. Gonna keep planting these just barely around this icicle. It's kind of like an upside down icicle. Don't know what that's called, but so far with about 50 saplings, we made this. Gonna pick up these ones right here, so that way we have a nice doorway. That looks pretty good. Then we'll continue this. All right, we have a decent bit of the wall done, so we're gonna plant this all right now. We'll see what that looks like, and then we might have to adjust accordingly, but it does seem to be pretty good so far. That's maybe 20% of the base done so far, maybe a little less. All right, we got a bunch more saplings. The wall is also starting to look very nice. The first little bit has grown. I'm gonna fill in this gap right here though. Now let's continue this. All right, nighttime. Gonna get on top of the lantern, and we should be safe. Base is also coming together really nicely. I'm actually liking how it looks so far, and we're getting close to being done with it. All right, we're good. Get some food. Wait, it is not. I thought it was daytime. Well, I don't know how much Robux I've spent, but I do want to finish this. All right, we got more of our wall done. Gonna plant all this. I think we're just under halfway done now, and the reason I'm leaving this back area open is because I do do want to fill it up with more farm plots. All right, we got about 70 saplings right here. I'm also going to get some wood and put that into the crafting bench. That way we can make our farm plots pretty quick. All right, we got 120 wood. Make a whole bunch of farm plots. So for the farm plots, we can add a couple right here, and then we'll add some in the back. We have 2 more, so we're going to put 1 back in this corner, and then 1 right here. We're going to have a lot of food. We already have a lot of food stocked to the side, which is definitely going to help us to survive here longer. So let's put all of our saplings down, and we're getting close to finishing this. And then I'm going to test it out. I wonder just how good it will be at protecting us. All right, farm plots are placed down. We placed down 25 more saplings. Deer is also here. I'm going to see if I can use the teleporter really fast. I think he's on the other side of the building. There's a wolf too. All right, we're good. Grab these saplings. And then we got a minute till the next day. Getting closer. We're getting to the very last section right here. Gotta wait for this one to grow and this one that we just planted. But this is still a grind. It is day 58 on the counter up there, but I've been recording for 2 hours now. But definitely gonna be worth it. Wait a second. Hold up. The alpha wolf still hitting me. I think we're good now, though. He seems to be stuck sideways. He was hitting me for a second, though. As long as we're not dying, I'm fine with that. This base is for protection. All right, our farm plots just grew some food as well. We're gonna have to sort all this. I wish we could have some shelves back here, but can't place them outside the campfire. I'm hoping that maybe they'll change that soon. I don't see why they would, but it would be really nice for some cool videos. There are some gaps in our trees, though. I do want to fix those when we get more saplings. Gonna take these oil barrels back to the campfire as well. You know what? I think I want to move these farms from the back to the side, because I do want to pick up the teleporter and move it, or at least I want to pick up the oil drill and move it. I think that'd look a lot better with 2 farms on the 2 sides rather than just 1 and then a lot of snow over here. So gotta sort all this. Okay, it's not good. I can't sprint. Maybe he's stuck though. Gonna use the teleporter. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna use our base. Our base is very nice. It's very lively. We have a very nice lantern that protects me from everything. Should be good right here. I think an elf wolf should spawn, but it might hit its head on the lantern. Yep, there we go. It hit me. Please don't hit me again. There we go. It's hitting its head on the lantern. 1 more shot and I'm dead. But we are very close, and this game is making $2 billion off of me probably per run. If anything, I'm supporting this game and its future endeavors to develop more stuff. All right, we're having to go around this rock, but we are getting very close. Gonna move these a little bit closer though. Don't want to have any gaps. Gotta finish sorting this as well. Wait a second. I don't see a way to pick up the teleporter. I can't get it to lock on. So for now, we'll have to pick up the oil drill instead. We'll put it off to the side for right now. Place the farm plots, and then we'll see where to put the oil drill. All right, I got 22 more saplings. This should be the very last bit that I need. See if this reaches. There we go. I like the size of that door. So let's plant all of these, and with that, we should be good. But I do want to fix a few gaps back here, so I'll go get a few more saplings for that. Got 12 saplings to fill in any gaps. So let's see. I'm gonna put 1 right here, put 1 right here, 1 in between those, right here as well, on the back wall. Then we'll put 1 right here as well. And I think that's most of the gaps. There are still a few left, but as for the ones that are really big, I think we got all those. So now we just gotta wait for this to finish growing. Gonna sort out our food as well. We have an absolute ton of carrots. I might just let the carrots spill out over here, and we will have a very nice winter base. There's no way you got in the house. Teleport back to the... There we go. Okay. I was about to die right there. I did not see the deer come in. Gonna charge a teleporter for right now, but we are almost done. Been going for 2.5 hours now, and we're still only on day 76. That's what happens when you only use 2 beds. All our gaps are now filled in. This does look very nice. Got our nice log cabin in the center here. Farms all around. We'll have these grow once more. Ton of food reserve right here. Teleporter off to the right. I do have 1 more farm plot in my inventory though, so we'll place that down. And then I'm gonna take these back too to fill in the right side. And with that, we have a very nice winter base. We have enough food. We have walls. We have a way to survive just in case we can get on top of this lantern. And it usually works. Farm on the right. Teleporter to get back to the campfire just in case. Oil drill. I'm not gonna place that down for the finished base. We can also get up top to the chimney. Wait, hold up. This could be my safe spot. I think this is my safe spot. We're gonna use this as my safe spot. I'm gonna test this out tonight and we'll see what happens. The deer shouldn't be able to get up here, and I'm wondering if a wolf will be able to spawn on the roof. We are getting a raid, but before the raid, the deer should still spawn, and I should still have wolves spawn on me as well. So let's see what happens here. Skip it so that stuff can spawn, because I believe from what I've seen that when you have the cutscene going, nothing can kill you. Everything just stops chasing after you. I hear the deer jumped over the trees. A wolf did spawn on the roof. That is interesting. Maybe I can get him down though, and then do the parkour back up, and now we should be safe unless he also knows how to parkour. Nope, should be good. So we'll just chill up here, survive the full night. Farm plots are also growing. I'm gonna go take care of this raid that we just had, and then We should be done. All right, raid is done. As you can see around us, we have chopped down a lot of trees to get this base done, but it is very nice. Let me set up all our bear traps. There we go. Gonna let this grow out one more day, and we will be good. Deer's hungry tonight. He did jump over the tree wall, but we're good up here. The only thing I have to worry about are the wolves, and if I have to get down, I might be dead. There's the wolf, but he's not noticing me. I think I'm out of his line of sight just because of the tiny edge right. Nope. Okay, he found me. Now there's 2 of them. Okay, they both fell. There's a third. There's a third wolf. We got 3 alpha wolves and a hungry deer. He's gonna walk off. There we go. Okay. Probably gonna be a 4th, 5th, and 6th. We're gonna have a whole family reunion. They're gonna start. Yep, there's a 4th. That one's eating my carrots. These 2 are trying to tower up to me. This is not going good. Only 30 more seconds though. Okay, there's another one. Oh, it saw me. Use a spear. Don't want to die. Okay, I'm about 1 shot, but we only have 10 more seconds. There we go. Okay. We're just barely alive. I'm gonna head back to the campfire, get my health up, and then we'll do the base tour. All right, let's do the tour. Starting from the outside, we have our defensive tree wall, built mostly square to defend our base from any animals, but in the end, the deer can always hop right over it, which kind of sucks. When you walk inside, though, you'll find our bear traps, which are very easy to avoid if you're a professional gymnast, but we have an ultimate panic room, which is where you jump on top of the fireplace. You are somewhat safe from danger. Then, around this left side, we have a bunch of farms, growing ourselves carrots, corn, and pumpkins, of which we have a ton of storage just in case we might have needed it. On the right side, we also have another farm growing us food and a teleporter that takes us all the way back to the main base. Not a very big base, but a very nice base. And if you make it up here, you are somewhat safe from danger. You're probably going to get bitten at least 3 times, and be prepared for an entire Alpha Wolf family reunion. Today, I'm going to be building a base with random people in 99 Nights in the Forest. And if you know the stereotype, that is not easy. So I'm going to have to get insanely lucky here by getting some really good teammates who are going to want to help me build a base. So I'm going to say in chat, who wants to build a base with me? We do have one guy right here. Fabrics the Brobla. I don't know how to say his name, but he's got 278 nights. Dude. All right, I said, okay, Fabrics, let's do this. Let's get more people too. I don't want to have 5 people. 5 people will be ridiculous. We have a team of 3 people. I have the blacksmith class, which is not the best class for this, so that kind of sucks. We have Fabrics, and I have no idea how to pronounce your name. That is Japanese, I believe. She's got the decorator class though, and he's got the wait, hold up, decorator class is gonna come in clutch because she could decorate the dude. We're about to have the best base in the world. I said, all right, so let's get all the kids and build a really cool base. And because they both have over 100 knights as their top or as their highest, we could very nicely build a cool base and quickly. We can get the 4 kids, we can get the beds. We are gonna have a very nice base. And they both said okay, so let's actually get this done. I am excited to see what we could build. I'm gonna ask them, do you guys know who I am? Don't worry if you say no. I don't want them to look me up. And now my name is only Nublox, so I don't think they'll be able to find me, but I'm curious, do they know that I make YouTube videos? Fabric said no, I don't know. That is interesting. Okay, what am I doing? I need to be helping my team and I'm throwing basketballs. Okay, they both said no. They both said they don't know me. That's perfect. So at the end of this, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell them about my YouTube channel, so maybe I'm not gonna do that so I don't get banned by Roblox, because you know I kind of prefer having food and water to eat and drink. That's pretty cool, you know. Kind of need to make YouTube videos, but I really hope that they'll see my video. I'm gonna ask them, how many nights do you guys think you can play? That way we have an idea of how long, I don't want to go too long, but how long we can build this base for, how nice we can make it too. More than 300. This dude said he's ready to play more than 300 nights. That is amazing. We're close to getting our fire level 4. Dude, if we could build a base over like 200 nights, that would be insane because we have 3 of us. Imagine how much wood we could get. It would be insane. Plus, with her being the decorator, we can get a lot of furniture. Oh no. Wait, she's saying that will only last a few days. I'm gonna ask, what do you mean by that particular statement of the matter in the which we currently are ongoing in speech in between persons using our vocal cords for resonation that creates sounds that make words oh wait, I'm out of characters. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Dude, I have no idea what on planet Earth she's gonna say to that. I genuinely have 0 clue what she's gonna say. Well, actually, technically, we're not using our vocal cords. We're using our keyboard, so I should have said that instead. All right, Fabrics Fabrics upgraded the crafting bench. Still no response to my Declaration of Independence long message. If anything, I think because of her name, she might be using a translator, which might be why she's responding pretty slowly. So I have no idea. Have fun translating that. All right, we already got the regular bed as well. I need to play a little bit better. I'm kind of focused too much. Wait, why do I have a hammer? Oh yeah, I'm the blacksmith. I forgot. Dude, this guy's building everything. We got a map. We got a bed. We got a compass, sundial, and it's all coming together right next to the crafting bench. I have a sale on farm plots. That'll actually be really useful. And biofuel processor. That'll be decently useful. We haven't gotten the first kid yet though, but because I have a spear, I can go get the first kid pretty easy. Now I just need to find a bunny foot to get to the pelt trade, and I have about a minute to do it. We also got fire level 4. I could probably go get the second kid as well. I am actually really happy with how our teammates are playing, and neither of them responded to this absolute book. Let me quickly get the good sack, eat some food, and now we're gonna go get the first and maybe even the second kid. I do have the compass. All right, he already got the first key for the first kid, so we're gonna head in there. He can grab the first kid. Both are gonna get our chest. He also has a good sack, so this is going really well. Got myself a revolver. Now let's go get the second kid, but we do need the first kid back at the base, so I'm gonna wait for him. All right, let's do this, man. You and me. Wait, okay, drop the kid, but maybe he's getting more food. I'm gonna drop it for him though. I don't want to take his food. I'm just gonna throw it over for him. I don't know how much food he could hold. Okay, I think that's his max, so I'm gonna take all these. He's actually really good at the game. He filled his sack to the max. He grabbed the steak with his mouse. This is going perfect. The other person is still in the game as well, so I don't think they're gonna leave. First kid is back at the base. Let me go get the second kid now. All right, we gotta go this way. I think I genuinely caused a mass silence in my game though. Nobody wants to respond to what I said, but at least we are still going. All right, doing really good at getting the second kid. We also got the pelt. Last wolf right here, and we're wait, why does this look like the okay, no, it doesn't. It looked like the regular wolf pelt for a second. I'm gonna bring that back for my teammates though, because that trade usually gets you a giant sack. It might always get you the trade, but I'm not sure. Got a strong flashlight too. That will help for when we're out at night. And so far, I think we have the dream team right here. We got the girl getting us. Actually, I'm not sure if that's a girl. Kind of looks like a girl with the torso, but we got the second kid back at the base. Now what I want to do is I want to go get some wolf pelt. That way we can get the trade. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go loot. All right, we got 3 wolves right here and also some fuel. We're gonna need that. Got 1 wolf pelt, fuel canister as well. Now the worst thing on planet Earth would be if I disconnect from this game, man. I am gonna be depressed for 4 whole minutes. This is the best team we could ever have. I do not want to disconnect. I do not want to leave. I want to make a very nice base. Okay, we got our teammate already building us a crock pot. That is a really good sign. We're gonna have good food. We're gonna have all the kids pretty soon. And right now I'm just trying to get pelts for us. That way we can get some better gear. Got a rifle. That's nice. Doesn't work on the deer, unfortunately. The deer does not know what he is doing. I am a trained professional specialist in all ninja techniques. Even though I'm not using the assassin class, I still do remember them. All right, we're about to get level 5 fire as well, which means we can go get the third kid. We also got 2 wolf pelts right here. So now we just need 1 more of the alpha and 1 more of the wolf. I also do need food, but dude, we have so much food right here. I'm gonna eat only a little bit though. I don't want to be too much of a moocher. I want to go get my own food too. And look, we already got more. This is perfect. Dude, our team, dude, this is working like a well-oiled machine. What did he craft? I have no idea, but I have full trust in him. Probably an old bed because we only have 1 wood. Actually, it was a good bed. We do need to make the old bed though. All right, let me head out. I'm gonna get us 1 more wolf pelt and 1 more alpha wolf pelt. We also got the stronghold right here, so we're gonna remember that location. Just need to get my pelts though. Got a building right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the bandages and I'm gonna bring them back so that my teammates and I can share them, just in case any of us get too low. All right, I got bandage, and a med kit. Still no pelt though. Seems to be very hard to find. We did get some armor though. Take that. We did get a strong axe too. I might bring that back for one of my teammates. I don't know who's gonna actually use it the most. Right now, I'm just getting pelts, so I don't really need it. So I think I'm gonna bring it back for my teammates anyway. Even if I might use it more later, I'll bring it back for one of them to use now. I'm gonna say in the chat, I got a strong axe for one of you, bringing it back to the base. All right, bringing this back to the base. Whoever wants it, wants it. And we even got a basketball at the base. That is perfect. We're gonna take care of this raid pretty quickly. And there we go. That was really easy. Just need the more pelts though. Furniture traders here today. We got another alpha wolf pelt as well. I'm gonna ask them, can you guys give furniture for the base? Because she has the decorator class. She can get an extra piece and we can't. Or actually, no idea if it's a she or a he. I don't want to say it either. We'll say my teammate. Finally got the last wolf pelt as well. Fabric said he's gonna go get some furniture, but he is not the decorator class, so that might not be a good thing. Or my teammate's decorator class might not be a higher level to get the extra trade. I'm not sure what level you get that at, but now I have my 2 extra pelts, so we're gonna put them here and here, and I'm gonna use these 2. to. Gonna get some revolver ammo, and then we'll take the giant sack. Almost fire level 6. We have so much stuff in our bench as well. Dude, more cultist gems. Wait, why has nobody made the old bed yet? I'm gonna make us the old bed. I think that is a wise use of our materials. It is a little weird with all this stuff right here, but because I have the hammer, we can move around this base all we want. Let's go get the third kid though, because we do need to get him for the multiplier, and apparently bro does not want to be clicked on. I'm clicking. Wait, what? I literally can't find where the third kid is. I can't click him. Hold on. Am I doing something wrong? There we go. Okay, might have been because I had the hammer out. All right, we got the owl waking up as well, so I do have to be careful. And I also have to be really careful to try and get the third kid right now, because it is pretty much right at the beginning of night. Owl landed here. I need to kill this wolf fast or I'm dead. Okay, just barely survived that. I'm gonna go get the feather when I can. All right, got that. Got an oil barrel too. That's useful. Got a defense blueprint. We will use that for our base. Both teammates are still in the game. Wait, our teammate just built a red camping chair, which means they might have gone and gotten the furniture. So that's pretty good. They're building a purple beanbag red camping chair. No idea how, but that counts as base building. We also got the bear pelt. That's good. Bringing back the third kid to the base. We're already on day 21 and it's been less than half an hour. Even from when I was trying to search for people, it's been less than half an hour. I have no idea how long we've actually been in this game. All right, third kid is back at the base. Close to getting the level 6 fire. So far, we got a red camping chair and a purple beanbag. Not bad. It is a start. So let's keep going. I am very curious how this is going to turn out in the end. Wait a second. My teammate also brought some bandages, so I'm going to leave some of mine right here as well. Drop a med kit too. I'm going to take one bandage bag though, just in case. I do need food though. Dude, I need to take my med kit. What am I seeing? I just saw them fly on top of each other. All right, I need some food. And there's a bear. Okay, this is really not good. I'm heading back towards the base. Yo, I need food now. I need food right now. I'm gonna die without it. The owl too. Dude, just give me a piece of meat. Just give me a piece of meat. I can't. All right, well, this is not good. The owl blocked the meat that I was trying to get. But I'm assuming that our teammates, they're pretty good. They're gonna come get us in, I would say, 45 seconds. So by 2 minutes and 15 seconds, yeah, look at that. We have a quick action response team with an EMS and a paramedic. Probably the same thing. I have no idea. On their way to come get me. Wait, why are they stopping? Okay, no, they're not stopping. They're coming right for me. Med kit in hand. They will do everything in their power to make me live. I appreciate you both. That was even before the time that I guessed. I'm gonna say thank you very much. That was actually pretty cool. They both came to get me within 2 seconds. I have some very good teammates on my hands. So let's just continue, get all of our necessities like the kids in the beds, and then that's when we start building the base. Fire is complete as well, so we can go get the fourth kid whenever we're ready. There we go. Iron armor, definitely needed that. And what's good about this place is that if anything comes to kill me, aka the deer, even though he probably won't because it is a raid day, I can always go on top of this antenna tower and I'm pretty much guaranteed to be safe. I just have to take out the crossbow guys, or I can just walk side to side like this. Now, because I have the hammer, I can pick up furniture like this and bring it with me. I forgot about that. So let me grab all these. I need to bring more of these kind of things with me back to the base as well, because we want to build a nice base. I'm also going to try to bring back this iron armor for somebody. All right, I do see one of them with leather armor, so I'm going to give my teammate this iron armor. And we actually have a nice base going too. We got 4 camping chairs, 2 bean bags. The bear trade is here today, so let me use my bear pelt. Wow, I actually don't need any of these. I guess strong flashlight, hoping it drops on the floor. I don't think it will though. That kind of sucks. But I'm gonna take all the fuel that I got. We're gonna have in a separate pile over here just for when we need it. Looking very nice. We now need to go get the fourth kid, so I'm gonna try to do that. But it also would be nice to have the help of my teammates. Unless one of them's already going over there. I think he might be. No, okay, he's not. I'm gonna say, follow me. Let's go get the fourth kid. Dude, what is this? 152 scrap and 80 wood. This is the most unseen sight in all of 99 Nights in the Forest. Every teammate I usually have spends everything, but nah, we got some rich rollers over here getting everything. This is insane. All right, I see it right there. We got the 2 of us. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around it. Hopefully they see where I'm going. Yeah, okay, we're good. And in that way, we could just take out the bears from up here. I'm gonna use my revolver and just do the swap trick. Oh, wait, my teammate knows the trick too. They're swapping between the rifle and the revolver. We only have one left back here. Or I think two. Oh, I just made the owl mad. Okay, I think we should be good though. The owl is stuck down there. I do not want to fall down right now, especially not by a wolf that spawns on me. That would be not very good. Wait, is my teammate going back to the base? I think my teammate's going back to the base. I think I'm alone now. All right, well, I appreciate... Oh, well, okay, no, they're back. We only have one bear, but he's shielded by the owl. We only got 3 seconds left till day. We also got 2 bear pelts down there. Everybody should be able to get the bear pelt trade. There we go. 3 bear pelts. We got the key. An absolute insane amount of food. Wait, I just heard a mythic chest. My teammate found a mythic chest down there. I have no idea what they found, but that does sound very nice. Oh, wait, we got a giant sack right here. I'm gonna bring that back for my teammate. All right, perfect. We all got giant sacks now. Gonna bring back a ton of food as well. All 3 of us are still in the game. This is going well. We have all 4 kids on day 42. Just gotta bring her back. Then it's all about getting the last bed, which that should be really easy. We could go to the stronghold, take that out in 5 seconds, have all beds, all the kids, and then it's building our base, which we'll need a lot of wood for. But then again, it's 3 of us getting wood, or maybe 2 of us. I'm not sure what Fabrics is doing right now. Probably looting. Dude, 80 wood, 150 scrap. This is insane. We also got a piece of cake right here. I have no idea who brought that back. Not gonna eat it though. Dude, the chainsaw. That's perfect for this run. We need the chainsaw. I'm gonna say, can you help me do... I'm gonna say, can you guys help me do the stronghold? Everyone's back at the base too, so this is perfect. We'll see what they say. 4th kid is back. Fabric said yes. I'm gonna say, okay, follow me now. We can be safe inside of the stronghold at night. He's also building us some defense blueprints. Very nice. All right, this is looking pretty good. He's building some barbed wire. We got 2 sections of 3 of them. Okay, he said he needs food. My teammate's saying that they have a lot of lag. So I'm gonna say, okay, no worries. Fabrics and I will go get the stronghold done, which should definitely get us the cultist gems that we need for the giant bed. I'm also gonna get the craft image 4. He said, ahoy we go. I think he meant ahoy, but let's go. So I think it's just gonna be us 2. And then my teammate's probably gonna be getting some kind of resource. Maybe wood, hopefully, now that they have the chainsaw. Get inside. It's only the level 1, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. That is an absolute monstrosity of cultists. I had no... Dude. Yo, Fabrics, back out, man. We gotta be... Wait, what? Why are there only 3 now? What was that? That's a little weird. And now there's only 3 here. I have no idea why there were so many in the beginning. My teammate might be getting low. He's not helping me anymore. Okay, he's helping me. He's using his ray gun now. Oh, wait, my teammate's here. Do not use the chainsaw. I repeat, do not. You will die. Need to take a med kit. Maybe on these guys you can use a chainsaw. All right, we got all 3 of us here. I mean, that's fine. We're gonna get a ton of furniture coins. Dude, my ears are being destroyed with this chainsaw. My teammate's about to die too. Gotta be careful. I'm taking all the arrow guy hits right now. I need to take a bandage. All right, with that, we got the 2nd floor done. Gonna be a little bit more careful with the 3rd floor because we are all taking a lot of damage now. Dude, I am so low. I am 1 shot. Let me take my last bandage. Gotta be careful. No, wait, my teammate's not even moving. I think they might lag out. Okay, teammate's moving now. We're good. No one's lagged out yet. But we have 2 more crossbow guys here. I'm hungry. I'm low on health. This is not going good. Really low on health now. This should be the last wave. Okay, it's not. Interesting. We have a little bit more to go. I'm so hungry though. I might just die now. We need to get this done. It's still not done. I think this is the last 3 we need to take out though. I'm gonna just wing it. Just go for it. Just full sprint. I might die. I'm dead. Avenge my death, brethren. Make my life worth. Oh, they left. Wait, what? Oh, I'm self-reviving. Dude, my teammate died too. I'm self-reviving right now. No. Nah, you're 1 HP. I'm not trusting that. Dude, 2 of us died. 2 of us. And 1 was left at 1 HP. We could have lost the entire run right there just by being a little too reckless. Dude, I'm gonna say I self-revived so that they don't think I left. All right, let's go back to the stronghold. I don't have a bandage to heal my teammate. Wait, we do have bandages though on the shelf back here. I'm gonna go grab a couple of those. Yeah, there they are. Okay, we're good. Stronghold opens again later. Not going back there probably. All right, we're back. Not sure. Okay, my teammate is alive now. I think someone opened the mythic chest. Can we even open? Wait, can we not open the mythic chest? Dude, what is this absolute scam? I don't think we can open it. The tree's in the way. I can open this chest at least, but that's actually not good at all. Even then, even if someone opened the mythic chest already, I should be able to at least get the gold chest that spawns underneath it. I can't access it. There we go. I got it. Okay, I barely got inside the tree. We're good. That is a little frustrating though. Got some kunai, not bad. Wait, no, I didn't even access it. They cut down the tree. That's actually genius. Who did that? That was smart. Okay, cool. We got what we need. Now let's go back to the base. So we got 2 more forest gem fragments. We have the cultist gems in here. So let's get the giant bed. And there we go. We have all 4 beds and all 4 kids. So now I'm gonna say, let's all go get a bunch of wood to build walls for our power. Amazing. All right, my teammate died. Trying to use the chainsaw, it seems. And there we go. Raid is complete. So now let's go get all the wood that we can possibly get. And then I'm going to replant the saplings in this area back here. So we keep getting even more wood. I have no idea the kind of base that we could build. I'm also saying, let's also get torches to make the biggest base. I want to make this huge. So I'm going to get us some torches. All 10 of them. I'm going to put them around the kids' tent. Wait a second. I think Fabrics might be AFK. That is a little alarming. But for now, we're just going to continue to build our base. And hopefully, he'll come back soon. Yeah, he's not moving. That is not good. Still not moving. It does take 20 minutes to disconnect, but no idea what could have happened. Wait a second. My teammate just built an orange rug. I think that means that they're using the hammer to also get more furniture. That's perfect. We also are having a very nice base being built so far. Not bad at all. I'm not even building it neither. I'm just getting stuff. There we go. Okay, my teammate is back too. That's good. All right. We got a decent arc built for our walls so far. And my teammates are building some very nice furniture in here as well. Even what seems to be a nice dining table. So let me get a stew from right here and put it in the center. There we go. We got... Oh, look. I'm in the cutscene too. What's up, guys? Yeah, there we go. My teammate's also getting a cutscene. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Wait, what? You can climb on the deer. Interesting. This is looking really nice. My teammates got 3 stews so far for our dinner table. Got a nice seating area right here. Very nice farm. More chairs. And all of our beds were moved to back here to look just a little bit nicer. And this wall is going to be absolutely massive. All right. We've got the wall going pretty nice now. But I'm going to go get the furniture trader to get more furniture. And I am actually really happy with what my teammates are doing. One of them is going out into the winter biome. I'm not sure why. But the other one is building some pretty cool stuff at our base. All right. Let's get a snowman, otherwise known as Kevin. Fairy lights, blue pillows, curved hedgerows, signpost, regular hedgerows, and trellises. This does look very nice. We got a steak, morsel, and 4 stews for a very nice dining table right here. I'm gonna drop all my furniture back here as well, and I think my teammate should see it and start building some stuff with it, and that would be really cool. Because I'm curious, I always build stuff in my way, but if my teammate builds it in their way, I'm curious to see what we'll end up having. All right, with this, we now have our first gem of the forest as well, because we just took out a raid. So maybe if we get one more, we can actually start building some cool stuff, like the respawn anchor. I think it's called the respawn capsule, and then the temporal accelerometer, which would be pretty cool. We're on day 121, and the wall is coming together very nice right now. We got maybe 25% left. We're gonna have the door be right here. My teammate hasn't noticed the furniture yet, it seems, but maybe they will in a bit. All right, this will finish the wall for us, like that. We now have the entire base walled off and a ton of room to do pretty much anything we want. So what I want to do is actually build us a little forest area in this backside. That way we could fill in the base a little bit without using too many resources. All right, we got to start to it, but we're definitely going to get more saplings from the trees that we have planted right here. I'm really hoping my teammates don't break it down thinking I planted it for wood. My teammate is lagging, walking at half a mile an hour, jumping like they're on the moon, but I'm hoping that they start placing these furnitures because I don't want to do it. I want to see the creativity of my teammate. All right, my teammate's now building us some furniture. We got a hedgerow curved right there, icy throne right here. The forest I got back there is starting to go, so I'm gonna get the saplings over here and finish off the forest. But so far, for random people that I'm playing with, this is a very, very good base. All right, that should be enough for a nice forest section back here. We'll see how that grows in. We also got Kevin and the icy throne right next to each other, as I always usually do. Got a nice semicircle with a seating area right here. This would be a cool place to read a book. Trellis out in the middle of nowhere. Still adds a little bit to the base. We also have a signpost and lights coming at the door. Now the blue pillow right there, as well as a very interestingly placed hedgerow. I think they're gonna pick that up. Yep, there we go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get us a bunch of shelves and get us a bunch of stews, and we're gonna have a food supply. No, my teammate has to leave. Dude, I can't believe this. My teammate, who I played 139 days with, has to leave. All right, my friend is leaving. No, his stuff is now on the floor. His character is about to disappear. This is a sad day. All right, I just built a bunch of shelves as well. We're gonna try to fill all of these with a bunch of different types of foods. So we're gonna start out with carrots because that's the easiest. But because we want a bunch of foods, I'm gonna make a bunch of farm plots as well. Luckily enough for me, they are cheap, and we're gonna build a second asterisk looking farm right here. All right, we're gonna have this first shelf right here be for carrots. Then we're gonna have this second one be for stew. There we go. Looking very nice. So now we just need to keep filling this in with different foods. All right, I'm gonna gonna head out to get some more food like the chicken leg looking meat and also some steak, because those are the two kind of foods I want to get next. No, you don't have to go. Dude, my teammate has to leave now. Oh, everything is being dropped. Dude, no. Oh, no. I'm all alone now. This is not good. I'm also lagging. So I do not like this. Why am I lagging? Okay, maybe I'm not lagging. I think that guy just got stuck in a weird place. All right, that is where I'm gonna leave the base. We just finished a raid, and this is just sad. I'm gonna pick up these pumpkins, and I'm gonna put them over here where they belong, but that is it. This is sad. This is the final day of our base, so now let's do a base tour. Starting out, we have our massive log wall going out to the level 10 torch limit, making it the biggest base possible. Then we have some fairy lights for our entryway, as well as a green signpost built not by me, but one of my teammates. Over here, we have a very cozy, what seems to be a reading area with hedgerows, pillows for you to sit down, a couple trellises out here just for some design. We had some food right here. I'm not sure who ate it or who spilled this stew, but we're gonna put it back right there with our very nice dining table. Back here, we have our medicine shelf where we have bandages, 2 med kits. Then here is our farm where I just made an absolute ton of stuff. Back here, we have our boy Kevin with his very nice chair. Kevin is actually who defends the base from every single cultist. You just can't see him. He's too fast. Then back here, we have an empty shelf because I'm not sure why. But we also have back here a very nice forest that I planted, which adds a little bit to the base because the base is huge, so we need to fill it in a little bit with something. And I thought it would add a little bit of design. Then we have the 4 kids tents with 2 torches each. And we have our own little rug right here. Another seating area right here. More seating around the campfire with some bean bags if you want to get real comfy. And one of my favorite parts of the base is the food storage we have here, which is absolutely insane. We have carrots, stews, corn, pumpkins, a piece of cake, cooked morsel, and cooked steak. We also got a few traps here, which seems to be used in a raid because we have a couple of cultist bodies right here. But with that, that is our entire base. It is very nice. I'm so glad to have built this with random people. One of the best bases that I could have imagined for this challenge. Not even a challenge. This was just fun. Today, I'm gonna be building one of the most interesting bases I've ever built. This is a honeycomb base where I'm gonna be trying to use it to break the AI in the game, basically so that the cultists won't be able to get inside and won't even be able to find their way inside. So I'm gonna be playing the lumberjack class and making a bunch of log walls to make a very interesting honeycomb base. All right, we already got level 3 fire as well. Now I just need a map, and I'm also planting all my saplings next to the base because we're probably gonna need a lot of wood for this. I'm also not gonna be getting the kids right off the bat. For now, I just want to focus on making the best base possible with all these honeycombs. So they're gonna start around the campfire, and then these honeycombs are gonna go farther and farther out. And we're gonna see, I'm not gonna make it too big, but I'm gonna see just how nice it'll look. And maybe I will make it pretty big, but I'm not sure just how much that's gonna cost. For now though, let me loot up. Gonna get a good sack out of here because I said so. And actually, old flashlight is not bad. I will take that. No way it's that close. We had a church spawn right here, not even 100 feet from the base. Well, how rare is that? That's gotta be insanely rare. I actually have no... Dude, I've never seen this. That's very interesting. Okay, let me try to find some stuff though. We do want to get some fuel early on. We want to build this base as fast as possible. Okay, there's a mythic chest and a fuel canister. 2 very, very nice things. I will happily take the chainsaw. That would be the best thing in the world for me right now. Hey, the chainsaw! All right, let's go. All right, we got the chainsaw. We are ready to do this. Day 1 chainsaw. Still got the old sack, but I will get some bunny feet for the trader. And then after that, man, we could just get to work. Not wasting any time here. All right, got the bunny foot just as he came by. Get the good sack. And now we are good to just get a ton of wood right here. Yep, decent amount already. And I think because we have the lumberjack, the more trees we chop down in this bunch and keep replanting, it'll just keep growing. So we've already got 50 wood. That is kind of insane. But now we just need to go get more scrap and maybe even the giant sack. That would probably be pretty useful. So let's go get some fuel and I guess get the giant sack. I'm not going to focus on it too hard because right now we already have the chainsaw. That is insane. Feels like fuel canisters are a little easier to come by. I just found one a few seconds ago. I don't know if you've noticed that. Let me know in the comments. Have you noticed that the fuel canister is a little bit more common, especially at fire level 3? Because you only really need 2 fuel canisters and then you get fire level 4 pretty easy. So maybe they did that to make the game go by a little bit quicker. Or not even quicker, but so you could progress faster. All right, we got 34 scrap. Let me get the next crafting bench as well as a crock pot, and maybe a boost pad will probably help us to get some trees faster. So place this down here. Let me get a little bit more wood for a couple farm plots, and then we're pretty much good on everything we need except for for the walls. Let me just double check though. Won't need any beds. Okay, no, we do need sundial and compass. But other than that, probably torches as well, just to make the base a little bigger so we can fit more. But for now, I think we're doing pretty good. All right, there we go. We're good on food. Now let me just get some food for right now because I'm about to die. All right, now let me head out to the very far edge of the map, and we want the level 6 fire just for some room to get or to place the honeycombs. And I'm really curious if this is going to work or not, because the cultists, the way they get in your base is they find little entrances. So for example, if you build a square base with a door, they'll go straight to that door. They, for some reason, know how to get there. But if I build honeycombs with a bunch of doors that get them further in the base, but not necessarily all the way in, maybe it'll confuse them, because I have no idea how the AI actually works. I did ask an AI earlier, ChatGPT, about this, and apparently it could possibly work. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but we'll see. All right, fire level 5. Let me chop down all this wood we got here. And while we get fire level 6, we're also going to be looking for a giant sack, because that will help us to transport the wood into the craft dimension a lot faster. All right, we got 90 wood now. Bunch of saplings still over here. Let me put all these back into a similar place. Actually, you know what? We're going to put them over behind the crafting bench, because there is a way that I can get these trees over to the crafting bench faster, and it's by using a log as a broom almost and sweeping it into the crafting bench, which should work, especially when we're getting a ton of logs all at once. But now let's actually start building a few walls. Let's just get as many as we can right here. And I'm not exactly sure how to build a hexagon, but I'm going to try my best. I know you do a flat, and then you do 2 walls kind of like this, and then you do 2 more walls at an angle, and then a final wall right here. So that makes the first hexagon shape. Now it doesn't look too much like a hexagon. It looks almost circular. So maybe I'm going to play around with it to see how we can get the best hexagon. But after this hexagon, everything else is easy because they all branch off of here. So a wall would go straight and then over, and then basically we'd have a big, pretty much hive of walls all around the base. But let me replace these because I don't think this is how I want to do it. But for that, we're going to need the anvil, which is down there. So let's go loot down there and also get the hammer. There we go. We got a rifle too. That is what we need. Anvil is complete. Now let me grab this bolt down here and we can build our hammer. Just need some wood. All right, now let's go see what we can do with the base. All right, let's see. What should we do? I want to have it be around the campfire. That's where I want the starting hexagon to be. But I do want it to also be easier to tell it's a hexagon. Maybe it will be when there's a bunch of them, because you can kind of tell like this. But let's see what we can do. I'm going to move this one just a little farther forward so it'll fit more center around the campfire. Then I'm going to have this come in at this angle and this at this angle. I feel like this looks a little bit more hexagonal, or maybe it's just biased because this is my second try. And then finish it off with one of these. Yeah, probably looks about the same. Pretty similar, but it is a little wonky now. I do need to make sure that I'm doing this right each time. So let me redo this a bit. All right, so I think we want to have it angled in a little bit better like this. Then we come in at another angle like this, then straight, and then the final one connecting these. Not perfect, but it's a honeycomb. Now what we want to do is we want to have straight walls coming out at each vertice, might be the right word. I think this vertice is the right word right here. And then we can continue building the hexagons a lot easier using that method. So for right now, we have a very miniature lollipop. But now let me go get the fuel for the level 6 fire and hopefully the giant sack as well. All right, got a gold chest in this leaf right here, which means I'm gonna get a leaf sack. Okay, defensive leaves, that's fine. Got a strong flashlight. I actually do want that. Now let's head back home, drop off our stuff. Wait, I actually just realized I do want that poison spear over there. That'll help quite a lot. Drop this fuel in here. Now I want to test out the moving every tree with 1 log, but I'm gonna get some more saplings before we do that. All right, got a poison spear. All right, that owl nose teleport jutsu, that's nice. There it is. All right, we got the giant sack. Now we just need that level 6 fire and we'll be good. Or at least I think we should have everything. I'm genuinely really hoping. I am genuinely begging for this honeycomb to work. If it doesn't work, still cool looking base, but I want to break the game using it. I want to even see if this is a viable strategy. If you want to build a base to go to like 30,000 days or something, beat the record by 2 times over, you know, spend a whole month straight playing this game. I don't think anybody's gonna do that, but still, I don't even know how these people beat the world records, because 18,000 days I think is the record right now. 18,000 and something. What are you doing to hit that? You need like 17,000 milligrams of caffeine to do that. Are they, maybe you play with your brother or something and trade off, or play with your friend and do that, but I don't even know how that works. You basically take shifts of sleeping at night so you could beat a number in a game. I might do a record-breaking video one day, but then again, I wouldn't be able to upload for like 2 weeks if I did that, so probably not. Maybe I can make a video where I play with a record breaker and ask them what they were doing in order to be that crazy, but who knows. All right, we're almost at the level 6 fire. Let me just use this wood that I have around the base. I don't have to go back out to the very far edge of the map. This should be enough. All right, we're good. Put everything else in here. Now it's about to turn daytime, so let me actually get the sundial because we still don't have that. Place it right here. Actually, wait, I got the compass. I don't know why I got the compass. Probably not going to use it, but now we have a ton of wood. So now I want to try this out. Will my wood sweeping technique work? Because if it does, this will help us get this done faster. And even if you do something like this, help you get it done faster. All right, that's all our wood. Some of it's even going in the pond. Now, if I take one of these low logs and I just sweep it, is that, hold on, does that not work? Wait, how do I get it to do that? Wait, I think it doesn't work anymore. I think maybe you can only sweep a little bit. Well, that sucks. Yeah, it's too heavy, I guess. Used to be that you could do stuff like this. Maybe it's just too many though, so we're gonna have to use our sack. All right, we have about 160 wood. Now let's build all of our log walls, and I think I might be able to finish 2 more hexagons. So let's see, I want to place them all on the vertices. I'm still not sure if it's actually called a vertice, but that's what we're doing. Just gotta keep doing this, and I don't want them to become too wonky, so I have to be very precise early on, or else each mistake I think will just make it worse and worse. I'm also not sure what I should do about, or actually no, I guess we're good. The vertice right here can go around the log bench just like this. All right, and with this, I don't know if you could see it, but there's like half of a hexagon with each of these walls making the first half. So we'll see just what this can do. And you know what? Actually, let me get inside my base. I'm gonna get inside my base. I'm gonna see if this works. So far, we have a pointy hexagon. Don't cut your toes, and also don't cut me open because I prefer life. I also need food though. Okay, I got some corn. Now let's see. Am I safe inside my base? It seems like it. Okay, they are doing some pole vaulting techniques with each other's heads. That's not nice. So for right now, if I was in my base already, I do think I might have been safe, but because I wasn't, they were able to jump on top of each other. Wait, did you see that? Hold up, bro, my heart just dropped. He walked around the wall almost as if it was on purpose. That makes me believe that this base might actually work because he walked around the wall, meaning maybe they'll walk around the walls when we have all the hexagons built. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So now let me build these walls at an angle, just like this, and it does seem to be not narrow enough. So let's pick up these two. So let's see, if I, dude, okay, these are some wonky hexagons. Hold up. This does not look like a hexagon at all. I think I see the problem though. I need to make sure that it's all going perfect. So if I do something like this, I need to mirror that on this side right here. And I feel like that's a little bit better. So if I place this here, now what I want to do is I want to place the walls to match up to that. And we'll see if that works. One right here. One right here. Is that wonky? Okay, that's a tiny bit wonky, and I did just trap myself. Let me just get out real quick. But it's not that wonky. That's usable. Not bad at all. So now we're going to continue with this one over here. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a range estimate of placing a wall. Why in the world? Dude, I thought that was an alive cultist, but it's just the dead one standing up. Now, if I line these up, it actually should be easier to place at the right angle because I'm not doing it by eye, but I actually have a guide already there for me. There we go. We have 3 hexagons total. Now let's keep adding to this and see what we can do. Oh, wait, I did forget to replant my sapling, so that'll probably slow us down a little bit. And I actually do have an idea. This base is coming along a little bit easier than I thought. So if we actually do get all 4 kids, I can give each of them their own hexagon. I think that'd be pretty cool. So while we wait for our trees to grow, let's actually go do that. But let me get some food first because I do not want to die doing that. All right, we got the first kid back at the base. We'll have him place his tent down. I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's trying to get in the base, but he's not going to be able to. There's no door. This is a really good sign though. Okay, let me place him more in the base so that he'll be able to place his tent down. Probably somewhere around here, I'm assuming. There we go. Okay, he placed his tent down, but because he walked around the base like that, I'm thinking maybe the AI tricking the AI will work here. So let me pick up his tent, pick up this wall, and we'll have his tent be right in here. You are not allowed to leave here until I leave the game, and when you do, you will be deleted because you are a line of code. I feel like I'm a pretty good parent to him, not gonna lie. He honestly has no idea how badly the other kids are treated. I once saw another YouTuber say get in the sack to the kids. I think that's actually quite rude. All right, let me get the second kid on my compass. So it actually is a good thing we have the compass, but first let me cut down this absolute, I don't know what to call it, mountain of wood. Mount Wooderist. Okay, we now have another 150 wood. Let me replant these saplings so I don't forget, and also so maybe they'll grow by the next, not the next day, but the day after that. And now let's see if we can finish the second layer of hexagons, because using this new strategy of just placing the wall opposite should make this go by pretty fast. fast. Okay, this seems to be an issue. I probably placed this a little too far. All right, so that's that hexagon finished. Now I think we have only 3 more to go. All right, we got that's a little bit wonky. I do not feel good about that. Hold up, let me do this a little bit differently. I need to place this wall a little bit farther back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this should be nice. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Now we have to do this weird placement with the crafting table one. Let me pick up our compass, sundial, and map. We'll see if we can get maybe 1 hexagon will be the crafting bench here. That'll actually line up pretty nicely. So let me pick up the hammer, or pick up with the hammer. Then we'll try to make this fit as well as we can. All right, that's a hexagon for the crafting bench. Then this one will be for the farm. Okay, let's pick up all this. I'll eat these carrots real quick. Actually, I'll just shove them into the crock pot and then eat these ones. Then let me pick up the crock pot itself and the boost pad. Place our wall right here and another one right here. This is looking very nice. I think I just got myself stuck, but we can place our farm plots right in here as well as the crock pot like that. And I think that is the second layer completely done, and we still have some left over. This actually looks oddly satisfying. I'm not even lying. This is pretty satisfying, especially if we have all the 4 kids in each of these tents. That'll be pretty cool. So let me actually go get the next 2 kids. Now let me actually think about this. Before I do, we have 4 hexes free. So the next hexagon I built, I'll use it for my sundial. Compass, we'll just place that now because we'll need that. Actually, we'll place all of these things now because I need it. And that way we'll have crafting bench, farm, 4 kids tents on the inner ring, and then whatever we need on the outer ring. And then we can make the most complex system of doorways going in and out to see if we can confuse the AI to never come in the base, to split apart, all those different things. But now that I look at what I have, I do want an oil drill. So with some of this wood that we're going to build an oil drill so that we don't run out of food. So maybe actually instead of this being the farm plot, we should have this be the oil drill and it'll shoot the oil right into the fire. And I think that'll be a little bit better. All right, wait, hold up. I want to see what's happening with this now. He's just walking into the wall. He's standing there walking in place. He looks confused. There's no way he's lagging already. There's no chance of that. I think I confused them. They're not even... Bro, it's not computing in their heads. Error 404, pathway not found. That's perfect. Dude, he's literally just walking back and forth. That might be the greatest sign for this base. And he's still standing up. I have no idea why the red guys do that. All right, we should have enough for the next crafting bench and the oil drill. So let's pick up what we have right here. Place the oil drill facing the campfire. And now that should go straight into the campfire whenever it's ready. And that'll be good for us for fuel. So that will pretty much never need to get any. But now let me finish picking up all this wood. All right, so now we got 93 more wood. It's not too much, but it should be enough to make the farm plot hexagon because I do want that as soon as possible. We're a little low on food right now. So now what we have to do is a little different placing so that the straight walls are the side walls right here. And then we come in with 2 more walls like this. There we go. Wait, is that a pen? Did I just make a pentagon? I think I just made a pentagon. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no, that's a very wonky hexagon. Needs to be a little different. Oh, I see where I messed up. Yeah, okay. There we go. Now this is a lot more room. Connect these and connect right there. That's a lot better. So we'll have this be the farm plot hexagon. So let me place these 2 in here. And then our crock pot right here. Log wall. There we go. Now I'm almost out of my campfire and the oil drill is not done yet. So I think what I'm going to do is just tonight try to go get the kids, and whenever the hungry deer comes by, I'll try to find a building to hide in. All right, got the key. Now this should probably be where I hide at because the deer's going to be hungry with the campfire out, and maybe a wolf or 2, maybe 3 will spawn on me throughout the night, but that should be pretty easy to deal with. I think you can also get up here. Yeah, okay, well, I guess, okay. I stood up, but we're chilling up here. I should be not damageable by any of the wolves. Maybe, but we'll see. All right, we got a blizzard, so I think I'm going to be staying in here just one more day. And actually, nothing spawned on me, so I think this bookshelf or bookcase kept me safe. All right, it's the next day. Not exactly sure where the campfire is, but I'm pretty sure it's this way. Okay, we're good. Actually, wait. The oil barrel should have landed on the fire. I don't think it did, though. Maybe it did. I don't know why it didn't activate, but there we... Whoa. That is almost nothing. That is not a good sign. But now we have the second kid, so she should place her bed or her tent right in here. I don't know why she's going over there, though. Hold up. Maybe she needs to be further out. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we'll we'll take the hammer. We'll push her inside just so that she's always in her tent, not allowed out until she turns 44. There we go. This base is looking very nice so far. So now let's go. Actually, let's get this wood and then we'll go get the third kid. All right, this looks nice. The wood is almost overflowing now into the crafting bench already. All right, we've got most of the logs that we can reach. So now let me grab the rest. All right, trees are chopped down. Wood is in the crafting bench. Now let me go get the third kid. Actually, wait. I don't see where my boost pad's at. The oil barrel also isn't going into the campfire. It's just hitting it. So I guess it's not too bad, but not the best. I'm still confused though. Where is my boost pad? Not in my inventory. I'm pretty sure I had one. Let me place the tent down for the Kraken kid. There we go. Really curious where my boost pad went. I crafted the boost pad. I know that. Yeah, I can't buy another boost pad. So if I lost this one, I don't get another boost pad. I'm curious where in the world I could have put it. Maybe I died with it somewhere? I don't think so. I have no idea. I might just be without a boost pad now. Well, that is not fun, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal because in all honesty, wood isn't that far away and I only have to go get 2 kids. All right, we got the third key. We also have an oil barrel back there. We're going to pick that up just to catch up a little bit on our fire. All right, so for the third kid, maybe if I put him in here, okay, place this tent instantly. That's good. We'll just move it inside just like this. He also thinks he can escape. That is a funny joke. And replace the wall. You are never getting out, my good sir. Now we just need the fourth kid. So let's go get her and we're good to keep on expanding the base. Now I'm wondering, our trees did grow, but I do want to go get the fourth kid. So we're just going to go do that. Actually, you know what? No, it's probably smarter. Let's get the trees and then we'll get the fourth kid. That way we'll have a lot more wood stored up for when we want to build the rest of the walls. All right, this is an absolute ridiculous amount of wood. It's pouring in the crafting bench again, which is nice, but that is a lot. All right, there we go. We're done with all that. 433 wood now. That is insane. But now let's go get the fourth kid. All right, there we go. We got the key and also 3 bear pelts, but we won't be needing those. Got our mythic chest or the ruby chest. I need to call it the ruby chest. I'm used to calling it a mythic chest, and we actually got nothing out of the chest. That's really weird. I genuinely don't know why the game does that. Pretty frustrating that glitch is in the game, but I hope they'll fix it in a future update. Also got a morning star, but I do not want it because it is not as good as the spear. I don't think it reaches as far as the spear, which is the whole point of why melee weapons are good, because they don't take ammo and you don't get hit. So I just keep the spear, especially the poison spear. It's a pretty nice weapon. I think the katana might be a little bit better, but not playing the ninja class right now. All right, fourth kid should be able to place her tent somewhere around here. Maybe I'll pick up this wall so that she can get through. All right, there we go. Now let me grab this tent. All right, we are all good. I'm not sure where all the kids are. Kraken Kid and Dino Kid are in their tents. Squid Kid, I'm not sure though. Okay, he's also in his tent. That's perfect. We have all the kids in their tents except for the Koala Kid. But this does look very nice. We have the inner ring completely filled in. Farm plot right here, or farm plots. And now we have even more wood to put into the crafting bench, and we can just build an insane amount of hexagons. All right, now we have 648 wood. Let me drop a bunch of stuff that I have in my inventory. We'll drop the med kit here. Defensive blueprint here, all my food right here, keep the log walls, and I think with this, now I'm just gonna fill my entire inventory with log walls and see what we can do. I have no idea how many I'm making, but we're gonna place, or at least try to place all of them. It's an insane amount. So let's start over from this side. All right, this is not perfect, but decent enough. We have so many to build, and I'm just gonna make them look decently nice. All right, got this one done, and this one as well. Got this one done, and this one. It's insane how many we're adding to the base right now. Another one done right here. We're almost done with, I think, the 3rd layer. This looks insane. Looks very nice. And now I'm thinking we're gonna have to move where we're placing our trees, or we could have a dedicated hexagon for placing trees. Maybe that even helped because it would keep all of them in one little area. Yeah, I think we should do something like that. Now let me move my sundial, map, and compass to a hexagon of their own. Gotta drop a few walls to even reach them, but we'll place them right in here, and we're good. All right, we now officially have our tree hexagon, so that's nice. I'm gonna move all our bandages and med kits in here, so we'll have a healing hexagon. Oh wait, there's my boost pad. Okay, I found it. It was with these blueprints right here, plus 3 more log walls, so I guess we're gonna be using these. And now with this, I think we have 3 layers done. So let me open up this wall, quickly place it back, because I don't want to have any gaps. Not yet. And if I count out 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it really seems like like, yeah, I think we did it. That's 3 total layers of hexagons. Now, I do have more walls and about 200 more wood. So I think to make this the best hexagon catacomb, I don't know why I say catacomb, honeycomb base possible, we're gonna do 4 layers and then make this super mysterious pathway to get inside with trick pathways to see if we can trick the cultists. So let's start right over here. Oh wait, hold up, we need to get some torches. I think I'll make 5 torches, should be good, but I am out of room to start placing stuff. We're almost out. 1 2 3 4 5. We'll give them their own hexagon because why not? We have a ton of them. Now we'll place them in here. There we go. Base should now be big enough. Yeah, okay, so looks like good size. Finish this hexagon here. Now this one might not fit. Okay, I think it will. There we go. We got them going all the way out to the missing kid locations now. This is just insane how big this is getting. 1 2 3 4 hexagons. I want to build one more right there. Trying to keep track of what I'm doing, but there are just so many right now. All right, so we just need some more walls, and I'll know that this is the last hexagon that we built. We're maybe 30% done with that 4th layer, but we do have more wood right here, and also more trees. So let me chop down all of these. They might be insanely easy to gather because they're all gonna be stuck in this hexagon. That, or it'll start piling up like crazy. I already can't see much. Okay, I can't see. I cannot see a thing. All right, there we go. We got one more tree to cut down, and it seems like all the wood is actually contained in here except for a little bit that's spilled, but it's not too hard to grab. So now I just need to spam the F key as fast as humanly possible, and all the wood should be in here. All right, we have another 400 wood to work with. Let's see what we can do with this. Maybe we can come close to finishing it. Don't think we can finish it yet. I don't think there's any way of that, but let's see how far we can get. Wait, we have a little bit of a problem right here. I can't build on this plot that has the house because all I need is this wall right here. So this is gonna be, you know what, actually perfect. We do want to have a door in the open, or at least a door that is open, that'll lead to somewhat in the base. Not exactly where, I know, but we do need some open doors. So I guess that's this. Okay, this is gonna be even worse. Now we have to deal with a I don't know why these frogs aren't attacking me. I actually, maybe it's because they're inside of my base, but that's a little weird. All right, we finished this one next to it, but don't know what we're gonna do here. I could place this wall, but I can't place anymore, so we're just gonna leave this one right here. This one we built. Now we're on to this. Okay, I have no idea how much I've completed. I'm gonna have to go to the center of the base to look, but this is just massive. What I want to do is I want to get on top of the oil drill in the center and just look down at the entire base we have so far. All right, now I'm curious, how can I get on top of that? Maybe can I get on? Can't get on the lightning rod. I genuinely, dude, this is insane. I just need to get on top of the oil. There we go. Look at this. Just insane how big this is. I gotta figure out where we're missing some hexagons because it goes out 1 2 3 4. That one goes out 1 2 3 4. That one goes out 1 2 3 4. I think we're just missing 2 hexagons right here where my mouse is near the top. So I need to make 2 hexagons over there. We have more than enough trees, so I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna get a little bit of wood, not too much, put it in the crafting bench, and then make those last 2 hexagons, and we should be good with 4 whole layers. And to think that honeybees do this all day, bro, I would not want to be a honeybee. That, and I also prefer not being 2 inches big. All right, so I think it's right here. We need these 2 or maybe even 3 hexagons. This is pretty cramped. This is not going to be the nicest hexagon in the world. It does have some imperfections, and that should be all 4 layers. Now let me go all the way around, and we'll see what we can do to try to break the cultist AI whenever they try to come in the base. All right, it does seem to be done. I think I actually might have done a little too much on that side, but that is just fine. I'm not 100% sure if it's done, but man, this is where I'm gonna finish the hexagons. We're not doing any more hexagons, but now is the time where we break the game, or at least try to. So we gotta make it a maze. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have only one working entrance, which will be the one not where the crafting bench is, because the crafting bench doesn't have too many hexagons over there with 2 of them being open. We're gonna have this one work, which will lead to this one, which will lead to this one, which leads to this one, which leads to this one right here, to this one right here, to this one over here, then this one, then this hexagon right here. So we have a pretty decent maze to actually make it to the center of the base, but that's also going to involve us making fake entranceways that technically are doorways that lead to the outside, but they're not going to lead to the very center of the base. So we'll see if this will actually protect us. We also have one right here, going out here. Gonna make another one going in here into the oil drill. Another one going in here to where the Dino Kid or the Kraken Kid's base is. And so we'll see, can the cultists actually make it inside the base with all these different entrances? Will they be able to figure it out? Or will it break the AI and they won't have any idea where to go? I guess we'll just have to see. Now, to make this as fair as possible, I'm gonna be going to the very center of the base and hiding in there. And if the cultists can reach me, which is actually the longer path to the center of the base, then this hasn't necessarily broken the game, or at least broken the AI, but it still is a pretty cool looking base. All right, we are getting attacked tonight too, so that's perfect. Just gonna stand right here, center of the base, not gonna do anything. We're gonna see what happens. If I could get on top of this lightning rod though, maybe I could have a better viewpoint. Doesn't seem like I can. Maybe if I move the oil drill closer, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Mysterious group makes its way toward my campfire, so let's see. The correct pathway is that way right there. The cultists have to come in all the way through here, through the... Oh, dude, it's working. Dude, it worked. The AI doesn't know where to go. Wait, what in the world was that? What the... Am I getting sniped from the trees? Yo, that's not fair. Dude, that's actually not fair. That's a fat joke. There's no way you're in the trees, man. Hold up. Is he actually in the tree? He's in the trees. How did you get in the trees, my good sir? But look at this. The AI doesn't know what to do. There's only one of them that made it in here, and he's not even coming in. I tricked... Okay, there's two of them coming in here. Did they figure it out? They might have figured it out. But as far as I see, I'm completely safe. No idea how you got into here. I don't know why you did. Only two of them actually found the... Okay, three of them found the correct path. Maybe it just takes them a while to actually find where they need to go. But for now, let's finish this. Oh, dude, they are destroying... Hold up. I need to run. Interesting, though. The base somewhat protects you from some of the cultists. Not very efficient, but at least it exists. It works. It's an existent base. We'll go with that. Now, where's the dude who was in the trees? Are you still over here? I cannot see a thing. He's in the trees, man. How am I supposed to kill you? I can't see you. I see myself swinging my spear. I don't know where he's at, though. Did he fall, or am I just the one who fell? Is this guy better at hiding in trees than I am? There he is. All right, and with that, I want to get one last look at the finished base. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all the doorways. We're going to try to find a way. Maybe I can get on top of the lightning rod. If I just spam jump on top of the oil drill. There we go. Now get on top of the lightning rod. Yeah, okay. And from here, we could see our entire base. So let me replace these walls. And with this, that should be every single wall back in place, except for the ones that obviously we couldn't build earlier. Get on top of the lightning rod. There we go. Here is the entire base. Now that one's open because it's on the little plot with the... I don't know what to call that. Maybe a shed. But everything else looks very, very nice. Insane how this looks. But with that, that is all from me today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and click on this video right here.